back at you with these precepts and another cold cut, giving, of course, all honor and all glory to Yahweh. Double honor to the elect elders of the house of David that's been in this truth for decades and decades, patiently waiting for the second coming of Mashiach a hearty, mighty shalom to all of the mighty men of the Most High God who are out there in the highways and byways, pushing this truth, magnifying the ministry, presenting their body as a living sacrifice, and enduring all things for the elect's sake. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all of the men that may not be out there on the highways and byways as of yet, but they're working on it. They're getting built up in the spirit. They're praying, they're fasting, they're studying, they're being diligent and abounding in the work of the Lord. Shalom, shalom. Shalom to all of the Aquath out there, the sincere sisters out there, holding it down in the households, reverencing their husbands, being submissive and diligent, and moving in the spirit of our righteous foremother. Shalom, shalom. Again, all praise to Yahweh for a beautiful Sabbath. This would be a quick before camp warning, right? Before camp warning, kind of diving deeper into keeping watch, right? And in lieu of the events going on the earth right now, and also based off of what the Most High is going to bring on the earth in time to come. It's very imperative. Again, I'm not going to be able to pull a lot of precepts and stop and read. I'm on my way to camp to the spirit of prophet Yahweh Shai, but you know, I'll be able to kind of paraphrase or, you know, speak expressly some of the scriptures, right? Nevertheless, we brought one out earlier, right? The Lord said in Revelation chapter 16 and 15, paraphrasing it, right? Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And that's one of my favorite keep watch precepts, because the Most High said, not only do you have to keep watch, you're blessed when you keep watch, lest you walk naked and they see your shame. Because again, if you're not watching and major events that are happening is news to you, and you're waiting days and days to figure out what's going on earth, you're going to be caught slipping. It's like you missing the alarm for war and you find out that the country's at war, you know, 10 days later. You're going to be unprepared. And the more unprepared you are, the less efficient you'll be in protecting yourself in your household, man. Because you waited too late to get yourself together. Brothers got to keep watch on a day-to-day basis, man. You know, brothers have to keep watch. We've even done code cuts on how to keep watch, man. Right? You know, what sites to follow, what to avoid, how to know when something is authentic, how to see what's a reliable source, right? How to go deep into it so brothers can actually have real-time sources to get information from. The best way to keep watch is to be proactive. You don't want to react to everything that you see. You want to kind of already see things coming because you've been keeping watch, man. Right? You kind of saw something brewing up based off of what the Most High is doing on the earth. Right? You don't want things to be just catch you off guard all the time, man. Right? You kind of saw what was building up to it, and then when that big climax happened, it was somewhat predictable because you were already keeping watch. So any event that, I mean, this is the best case scenario for me, right? In my opinion, and the best case scenario, you know, Israel right now, they're doing Operation Iron Sword, right? If you don't know that Israel is being invaded and attacked the state of Israel, Israelis, by these Ishmaelites and Palestinians, then you're not keeping watch. If that's news to you, if me telling you that Palestinians are slaughtering the Amalekites that dwell in that land, then you know, we gotta do a better watch. Nevertheless, they would respond. They say, right? Operation Iron Sword. Best case scenario, like I was saying, is Operation Iron Sword not only attacks, you know, Hamas, but also the people that fund Hamas. Iran, the country of Iran. Again, Iran militarily and financially, they fund weapons and military operational personnel and equipment to Hamas in order to conduct, you know, whatever military operation they want to conduct. So we're hoping that bombs go off, But we can kind of see something major happening because we're keeping watch now. That's the point, right? We're keeping watch now, so we're kind of on a lookout for how Operation Iron Sword is going to go, right? How many people are going to die? This may lead, like I said, this could potentially lead to a big deal, man. This is no small matter. The fact that over 200 allegedly, right? We're still waiting to confirm the numbers. But as of now, we're having numbers being given to us of 200, 100, 75. A lot of people are dying, man. A lot of people are dying, and you want to keep your hand to the pulse or your foot on the gas regarding not just what's going on there, but also you got major earthquakes going on in the earth, man. Like we brought out, you got earthquakes in Mexico. You got an earthquake that happened in Papua New Guinea, and an earthquake in Afghanistan, and they all were 6.3, 6.7, 6.2 earthquakes, man. Keep watch. These things are major prophecy. In the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6 on down, the Lord speaks of earthquakes, man. He speaks of rumors of wars. Right? In the book of Mark, chapter 13 and 35 on down, the Lord said, watch, lest any time he find you sleeping. Right? When the master of the house is coming at the cock crowing, or in the evening, or at midnight, or in the morning, man. You want to keep watch. You want to kind of stay in tune with this, man. The Most High said in the book of Luke, chapter 21, 34 on down, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and the cares of this life, so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the earth. Paraphrasing. Meaning, certain people, if they're not watching, they're going to be more inclined to think that nothing is happening. And when you think that nothing is happening, you take your mind off of the prophecies and you put your mind elsewhere. And a lot of people put their mind back into the world. They start working more hours at their job. They start breaking the Sabbath day. They start doing God knows what because they're not really watching, huh? They start freaking off and transgressing the law. They start worrying about what life would be like in America, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Right? But the Most High said that's you giving your heart over to drunkenness. Many are drunk off the philosophies and the wine of America. And the cares of this life, man. You can't let the cares of this life take this truth away from you. Right? You have to have a just balance. You have to know how to, like the Lord said in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and 31, you got to know how to use this world and not abuse it. For the fashion of this world passeth away. And that's something you got to constantly remind yourself, hey, look, this place is going down, man. At any given second, this place can go down. Bombs could drop. There could be some type of so-called false flag attack where they blame the Hebrew Israelites. Right? And when the Most High, like the brother brought the precept out in Habakkuk chapter 2, it said I would stand up on my watch, and watch will see what he was saying to me, and what I shall answer when I am approved. Right? Then it reads, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That's Habakkuk 2 and 3, I believe. So you want to be able to understand that at any given second, it can go down. The Lord said, though it tarry, but though it may seem like we keep talking about missiles, we keep talking about Jacob's trouble, we keep talking about these same things over and over. We may sound like a broken record, right? They call this and you guys just fear among, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Daniel told Nebuchadnezzar the same thing when he had the dream. He said the dream of the statue, what they call the statue with the golden head and the arms in the chest of silver, the thigh and the belly of brass, and the legs of iron, and the feet part iron and part miry clay. He told him at the end of the dream, he said the dream thereof is certain and the interpretation sure. Right? So certain things are surely going to happen. It's certain and it's sure, man. And it's not like I say, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So you want to kind of get your watching skills up, man. And that's what we encourage brothers to have a Twitter, right? To have certain social media outlets, because you have more access to information than your standard media, man. Your public propaganda. Amalek owns all of the Fox Newses and the CBS, ABC, MSNBC, CNN. They own these things, man. They own every major media news outlet, so they're going to push things in a particular direction. So you got to get the AM TV, right? The alternative media television sources, right? And you got to figure out and process the time what's a reliable source, because you do have whistleblowers that will give you inside information, but then you might run across something that's phony, that's not true, and you'll build up your list and say, look, this is what I'm gonna put my page on, and I'm gonna strictly just watch and see what's going on in the earth, right? So you got to get your like the brother said, that mainstream media. You don't want to get caught up in the mainstream media. Right? You don't want to always just watch Fox News, man. You're waiting on... They're not talking about that. They're talking about local high school football and an old lady who just turned 105. They're not talking about real deal. Reuters, which is one of my favorite sites. Al Jazeera, that's another good one. Insider Paper, right? I follow In-Game World War III, End Time Headlines. Right, I've been following for a few years. There's a lot of good sites out there, right, where you can get reliable information. And then what you do is you look at the information that's out there, you confirm it with multiple witnesses. Because the Most High said, one witness shall not rise up against any for any iniquity, right? Or any sin, paraphrasing. At the mouth of two witnesses, or at the mouth of three witnesses, shall the matter be established. So then you want to kind of confirm with 2 or 3 witnesses to say, hold on, Insider Paper said this, and then Reuters said this. The numbers might be off a little bit. One site might say 300 people died, one might say 100 people died. Hey, guess what? Average 200 people died or so, right? Nevertheless, you want to kind of confirm these sites with multiple witnesses, and then you want to link them up with the prophecy. That's where you got to really put your skill in prophecy to the test and apply it. That's what the Most High said in Ecclesiastes chapter 39 and 1, that a wise man will be occupied in prophecy. Right? You got to be occupied in these prophecies too. You want to know about the dragons of Arabia, the kings of the East. Right? These are things you want to kind of know and stay sharp on through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, you want to link up Iran, Russia, Syria, Iraq, and link it up to particular verses in the Bible. Right? That's what it goes down to. So what's going on now? We pulled a few precepts, but as this thing escalates, and we're praying to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua that it continues to escalate. If it escalates, there's going to be more verses in the Bible that are going to come to mind. They're going to tie those real life actions into what's going on in the Bible. So we definitely want to keep watch. Keep watch is something that's mentioned all throughout Yahweh's ministry. It's in Mark 13:35 on down, Matthew the 24th chapter, right? Luke chapter 21, right? And Isaiah 21, right? The Lord said in Sirach chapter 43 and 10 on down, the Lord compared the Israelite men to stars, right? It says they shall never faint in their watches, all right? And you can't faint in your watch, because the moment that you fall asleep and go back into the world and do God knows what, it's the exact same day that a major event will happen. Many people that went back in the world, I'm 1,000% sure and 10,000% certain that they have no idea what's going on right now in the land of Israel. They have no idea. They're too busy. They have a hangover right now because it was freaking off Friday night. And when they get on their phone, they're checking balloons, man. right? They're looking for lewdness and sports, and there are people in the world that have no idea what's going on the earth right now. Right? That the Most High is literally jacking up these nations, literally judging Amalek. And the Most High said in Exodus chapter 17, 15 on down, that he will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. You're like, hey, Paradise, so you said they checking for father. And they checking for college football. You know, they looking to see what the local spot to eat at to get rid of their hangover. Somebody probably smoking a blunt right now. You know, somebody, I mean, doing God knows what. There's massive amounts of people that are completely oblivious to what the Most High is doing on the earth right now. And you don't want that to be you, man. You don't want to be completely oblivious to what's going on in the earth. Right? So again, this video is to encourage us to stay on watch. And again, I may do a video. It may not be now, but it'll be in time to come about how to keep watch. Right? I know we've done it before in a previous Cold Cut channel, but we may do it again on how to keep watch. Right? How often you should keep watch, what pages you should follow, and go through that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because again, it may get to the point where they're going to shut this whole thing down, this whole internet thing. Right? All this being able to go on YouTube and being able to go on social media, and in a matter of time, that's going to be shut down. Right? That's Amos 8:11 about the famine of the word. So you want to kind of get it in while you can. Get it while you can. Watch while you can. Watch as often as you can. Make sure you're following the right sites and the right people, and kind of fine-tune your timeline, because everybody got Instagram and Twitter. But kind of fine-tune what you follow to be profitable, man. Don't be following a bunch of folly and sports and lewdness, man. The majority of what I got on my social media is nothing but current events. Nothing but news, man. 99% of what I follow is strictly news. The other 1% is like secular information. Maybe some history or some dates or something like that, man. But we're constantly watching, man. We're looking for this place to go down. We are looking for America to go down yesterday. Right? The Most High said in Revelation chapter 18 and 21, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Right? So, I mean, we want this place out, man. The only people that aren't watching are the people that have become content to the lifestyle in America. The only people that aren't watching are the people that are comfortable here, man. That want to see this place go down. Some people will actually get upset when we talk about the end of the world. And they're in the truth. They're in the truth, fringes and a border of blue, and every time we talk about America go down, they get like this weird feeling, because they're really in this world, right? And that weird feeling is like a spirit of, damn, here they go again. Because really, some brothers want this place to continue. I'm gonna just come out and say it. Some brothers really want this place to continue, and they get uptight and uneasy when we speak about the end of the world. And we say missiles or famine or Jacob's trouble, because they getting too comfortable here, man. If you don't find yourself getting excited about the end of the world and your enemy being destroyed, you need to examine yourself to see if you're really in the faith. Right? That's what the Most High said. Examine yourselves, rather ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how shall except they be reprobate. But I would trust that ye are not reprobates, paraphrasing. So you got to examine yourself to see if you in the faith in this thing, man. See if watching your enemy be destroyed is something that you get excited about, man. See if seeing the downfall of your enemy is something that makes you glad, man. See if it kind of turns your emotions. It shouldn't be something when you just look at it like it's regular news, man. You got to really examine your emotions when you hear about the judgments that the Most High is doing on earth. If you're nonchalant about everything, your mind is bad. If you're nonchalant about, and remember, this is Amalek's Feast of Tabernacles, right? We just wrapped up the Feast of Tabernacles. This is the last day of their Feast of Tabernacles, the last day, the great day of the feast, the 8th day, the solemn assembly. While they're celebrating the Feast of Tabernacles on our Sabbath, the Most High slaughtering them, huh? Well, great. You got to think about these things through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shema Mashiach wa Malak Yahushai, right? This is major news going on in the earth, right? Major news in the earth, right? And you got to stay on top of this, man, right? So I just pulled up the cap. Let me get this preset, right? You got to stay on top of this. Let's go to the classic. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 21. You got to understand the impact of this thing, man. This is their Feast of Tabernacles. Hey, some of these Amalekites was probably drinking, celebrating, turning up, right? Because I know when we was out keeping the Feast of Tabernacles in the wilderness, we was up all night. I mean, some brothers literally stayed up all night, back-to-back nights, man. I mean, you didn't go to bed at 6 p.m. like a creep, right? You was up all night. So if these Amalekites was really keeping the feast day, they was up all night. Just be awoken or awakened by slaughter. Just be woken up by violence and bullets and killing and a massacre and bloodshed, man. Right? This is a big deal, man. This is a big deal. This is major prophecy on the earth. Right? Major prophecy. This Isaiah. Go to Isaiah chapter 21. Right, let's get to class. This is Isaiah, right? Chapter 21. Right, and verse 7. Isaiah 21:7. And he saw a chariot with a couple of horsemen, a chariot of asses, and a chariot of camels, and he hearkened diligently with much heed. So what Isaiah is seeing is he saw a prophecy of the destruction of Babylon, right? And the point is, he hearkened diligently with much heed. He kept his ear to the streets, how they say, man, right? Or ears to the concrete, and he was constantly in tune to what the Most High is doing on the earth. He hearkened diligently with much heed, right? And he cried, "A lion, my Lord, I stand continually upon a watchtower in the daytime, and I am set in my ward whole nights." So you have to continually be upon your watchtower. Continually stay on top of these prophecies, man. Right? Like I said, you got Insider Paper, Al Jazeera, End Time Headlines, In-Game World War III, Reuters, right? I mean, there's Terror Alarm, right? Already happened. You got a lot of different things you can kind of dive into to keep watch when it comes to this, man. You got journalists and whistleblowers. So stay on top of these prophecies. Keep watch, because Yahweh Ba'Shema Shah is showing his hand on the earth. So with that, I'm going to close up, giving, of course, our honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shema Mashiach wa Malak Yahushai. Most High willing you are edified. Kwam Yashalom. Shalom.